Hey guys, we're gonna do a quick YouTube video, talking about the different ways to start War Thunder. It's a free-to-play game. You could buy some packs. Sorry, it's Russian. It's usually English, but for some reason I logged in. It was Russian. So again, it's beta, so you can't really complain. So when I started playing the game, I didn't know what country to choose. So how did I start? How did I figure out to pick Russians first? I still think Russians. You should start with Russians, but then when you get to tier 4, it's just not that good. It's good in the higher end, but not in the low end. And the thing is that when you're in tier 1, you have a yak. I believe this is a yak 3. Yeah, I believe so. Just notifications. Yeah, this is a Yak 3. It has a 20mm cannon. I don't think so any other countries, I didn't check this, but I don't believe any other countries have a Yak cannon in tier 1. So if you're flying this, you have an advantage over everybody else. The Germans, they have biplanes. And the BF-109, what am I saying, BF-109? BF-110 is a perfect aircraft, but it's not that good. It has a couple of cannons. It's a good attack aircraft, but when you're in tier 1, everyone could outturn you. But when you go to the HE 112, you'll see that this guy has cannons. Great, but honestly, it doesn't turn so well. So again, it's almost like it's a heavy fighter. Almost, and besides it's smaller and it can turn a little bit better than this. Moving on to the American side, they have a great bomber. I like this bomber a lot, and pretty shit fighters. Honestly, I sat down and I was like, I'm going to go through this. So I sat myself and I played terrible games with these craft because some of them just don't fly so well. And trust me, it's not the problem with me. I usually get 6 to 9 kills per game with my Yak 3, my other tier, my most games. Let's just say that majority. But when I came to America, and the American side, it was just terrible. The Spitfires, okay, their bomber is not that bad. You have a Hurricane that has enough machine guns to shoot down anybody. It's not that bad. But tier 2, that's where it shines a little bit more brighter. So it shines with a Spitfire Mark 2B. So this one has cannons, 20mm cannons. That's great, right? So there are 20mm cannons and a couple of machine guns. So this is how it starts. The bombers aren't that bad. The bombers, I wouldn't say it's terrible. Again, like this is the one that I use for now. So I have a 4,000 kilogram bomb on it, so I'm fine. But again, it's nothing spectacular. Going back, oh, don't even bother with the Japanese aircraft, they're just terrible. So tier 1, you get one okay bomber, this is not okay, it's a pretty decent bomber, and one good fighter from all these aircraft, and they're all terrible. When you get to tier 2, I haven't played tier 2 yet, so I don't like tier 2. I'm not gonna stick with Japanese aircraft. They're not for me. So, what is there? My Wellington now. So, if you're just gonna start off War Thunder, you just want to have some fun, and you're not thinking of playing for more than about a month or two, pick the Russians. And honestly, I'd say stick to the Russians for about a couple of months because it's very easy to learn with them. They don't turn amazingly. They have fairly good armament. They can shoot down most aircraft. It's fun. It's a fun experience playing with the Russians. That's how I started off. Then you could start slowly, gradually going to the Germans, then the Americans if you bother, and then and then to the British. But honestly, I went from Russians, British, Germans, Americans, then I didn't even want to go back there. So yeah, I just started out once and then I just stopped. But yeah, and this is how you play. Well guys, let's show you a bit. So let's see how this performs. The Yak 3, normal day, let's say normal payload. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Don't care. What is this? Yeah, sure. Whatever this. I am Russian, but I do not know how to. I knew how to speak it, but do not know how to read it. So guys, bear with me here. There is a Lag 3. Let's just get the noise out of the way. Sorry, now. Okay, first of all guys, I don't have my keys. I have my keys programmed the way I want them to. I don't have them normally programmed, so guys, if I click W, it doesn't mean go faster, it means go down. I like to go about 200 miles before I take off. It gives me some headroom. So, 200 miles, I took off, and now turning around. So, like again, it's not amazing. I could probably go into 20 degree climb and losing speed. 10 degree climb, gaining speed. 15. So about 15 I would advise to stay in. 15 degree climb. Yeah, it keeps you. So 15 degree climb, you should be fine. But with your engine fully running. So, moving on. There's a car, armored car. And the thing is, it performs fairly well. Get some speed. So let's say there was a player behind you, you quickly dive and shoot them. And I'm clicking F on the bottom right, bottom left corner, sorry. There you're going to see I'm going to be clicking flaps a lot. Because when I usually open up combat flaps, it's to turn really strictly. So I'm pushing my aircraft to go. I don't do this so often unless I really need to. For instance, on a Spitfire, probably not. So again, I didn't discuss the guns on this. So one machine gun and one cannon, both. So yeah, this is the cannon and machine gun. The way I look around is holding C. So hold C to look around. Yeah, you're gonna click middle. You're going to click X to get a point, and or middle scroll wheel click. So that's how simple it is. So moving on. The thing is that I'm going to show you a basic tutorial on simply how to land and how to. I just lifted off by going 200 miles an hour and going straight up. I've played a lot of games, and when I land, I like to do a perfect landing. I'm a bit meticulous on that. So when it comes to when I play tier 1 games with my friend and he just started, he ends up crash landing. And the thing is, it used to be okay, it used to be fine about 2 months ago, crash landing, because if you crash land, you just get a repair anyways. It just takes longer. Yeah, but a lot has changed. So instead of giving you a chance to land, instead of giving you the chance to repair yourself and rearm, they don't. They give you a chance to rearm and your plane stays broken. That's not that good. Thank you. Can I help? So yeah. I'm going about 100. I'm stalling now. I'm going 100. I need to get about 200 kilometers an hour. Never mind. Get over this hill. So throttle up. Stop stalling. My engine back to 0 and go to 170 kilometers an hour. And I'm going to nosedive down. Oh, that wasn't a perfect landing. So Turn off engine. Come on. Do this. Now you just hold it down. And I am pushing my aircraft not to nosedive down. Pick up flaps. Okay. So, that's the right way to land. Somewhat. I've been bothered by idiot, but whatever. Moving on. Slow down already. Okay, here. That's how you land. Quick and easy. So it takes about 30 seconds to rearm. Yeah. There's how much cannon ammo and it's about 200 cannon shots. About 100 or something. I really don't know how these things are armed. Usually I reload every couple of seconds for no reason. Because usually I have a feeling that someone's going to get on my ass in 2 seconds. So just always, when you have a chance to reload your guns. You click Y, I believe, to reload. Just don't quote me on that. Pretty sure it's Y. Give me a second, I'll test it out. So, I'm going full speed. To take off. Just stay full speed. If you want, I can take off right now, but it's really not worth it. Usually go to 200 kilometers an hour, then you can just lift off easily. Don't go on a straight up climb. Better to stay leveled until you get up to 300 kilometers an hour. But if you're like me, you don't really wait that long. You just wait until 250. Then you just turn and start climbing. Again, you need to know about your aircraft. So in this case, you need a 15-degree climb. Should be fine. 15-degree climb is fine. The thing is that, oh, I forgot to mention, you click V to keep going to different viewpoints of your aircraft. It's a pretty important thing to have. So now the wrong way to land. This is, I'm not gonna say the stupidest thing because honestly I used to do it, but this is one way to land terribly. So let me just fly across the airfield. Should be fine. Give me 1 second. You can shoot this if you want. Sick. Okay. So just going to. Oh yeah, by the way, trees could break your wings. Forgot to mention that. Flaps, gears, and engine. Now I'm back to my 200. Now I'm back to my 250 kilometer drive. So let's start our engines, and we're on a dive. You're gonna stop your engine, and instead of just stopping, you're just going to go. Come on. No, this is a good. I don't know how to land terribly. No. Here's a good landing. That's it. I tried doing bad lands. This is what I did. This is what I get. A perfect landing. A perfect landing. That's all I get. I know. Screw this one. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to take off. But whatever. Gears, flaps. Okay, I better make it. Come on, 70, 70, 70. Perfect. Oh, that was too close, so... Oh, no flaps, no. Gears back up. So, how to land not properly. So, you click G to open up your gears. What if you don't? It happens time to time when your gears get shot up and you can't open them. You do a belly landing. Belly landing doesn't require so much effort because they don't really care about your speed. You just need to make sure you're somewhat level. For instance, me now. There you go. That's your belly landing. But belly landings, the bad part about them, you don't get a repair. Oh, you do get a repair. They changed it. I am so stupid. But there's a belly landing. you don't open up your gears, you stay fairly relatively leveled, and you just slowly dive, like a slight dive. You won't even consider it a dive, would you? So a slow, so you don't really decelerate, because the friction of hitting the ground, I guess, decreases your speed tremendously. So 30 seconds till that, okay, there we go. Yep, it's Y to reload your gun. So guys, out there, let's start going 200 kilometers an hour, and then go on a slight increase in elevation. Come on, 200. Let's do 250. So we can make it 250, 250, yep, 260, 70, and now we can get up. Gears, that's fine. There's gears. So I still didn't mention the terrible landings, which you don't get repair. I really don't, I can't describe this to you, but terrible landings when your wing breaks or something something doesn't go right. So for instance, let's say you were playing a battle and your wing got shot off. Let's see if we can make this relatively accurate. So I'm going to hit my wing on a bush. If this doesn't, come on, damage my wing. Come on. Yeah. Oh. No dive. Trying to hit my wing on a bush doesn't really work. Come on. I'm scared I'm gonna get too close. Oh. I guess that's how you... Okay, you see it now. The worst landing in history. Yep. So that's how you land the plane. Terribly. The wrong way. Getting out of here. Yeah. So yeah, that was the Yak 3. Now, so that's pretty much the highlight of Russian tier aircraft, and this is a pretty good aircraft, but not until a later date. Should I do another video? You tell me. Well guys, thanks for watching, and hope that answered your question. Which aircraft should I start with? But again, if you're looking for fun, pick Russians. Can never go wrong. Although I'm showing you a German plane. So guys, stay tuned. Bye.